It seems Maui just can't help upsetting ancient beings. In the first film, he stole the heart of Te Fiti, and now for this sequel, we learn that he shares a shadowy past with one of the villains, Matangi. Yes, you heard me right, we're gonna have two villains in this film. Kind of like a sub-boss and final boss format like we see in video games. So, for one of the villains, Matangi, I've already gone over all the details of her character in this video, so check it out. And the second and main antagonist is Nalo, the god of storm. He is described as the envious god of storm who has hidden and guards the mysterious island of Motufetu. He is substantially a more fearsome threat than what Moana has faced before. Now, unlike Maui, that's a direct inspiration from a Polynesian mythology, Nalo is sort of different from the actual god of storm in Polynesian mythology in that, in Polynesian mythology, specifically in Maori mythology, Tauhiri Matea or Tauhiri is the god of weather and his story revolves around his family squabbles and all that. Meanwhile, in Moana, Nalo, being the god of storm, sees humans as capable of anything when they are united, although in his eyes that's not a good thing. He sees an ever-present threat when humans are able to band together. So it's safe to say that the Moana's version of the God of Storm is fictional and not completely based on the characteristics of the actual mythology, and that's unlike Maui that has a lot more similarities with the actual Maui. So moving on, this sequel explores the themes and importance of community and connection. This time around, Moana is heading out to the blessing of her people to find others to connect with, and our main villain Nalo doesn't want that. As for our second villain Matangi, her problem appears to be with Maui, with Moana as collateral damage by association.
You will be destroyed, and your wayfinder too.
Her past with Maui hasn't been revealed yet. All we got from an interview with Entertainment Weekly is that it's a shadowy past. That could mean anything. Maybe he stole from her, maybe he hurt her. I just hope it's not a heartbreak story and then they'll like bring a romance or something at the end. I don't want that. But I'm gonna link all the articles I used for this video down in the description below. And unlike the first film where Moana needed Maui's help defeating Te Kā, that is being reversed in this sequel as there's more behind Maui and Matangi's face-off than he might think, which means Maui might find himself in need of some assistance from Moana. That's if he can swallow his pride and do it. Now the question in mind is if the two villains are working side by side or they just have common enemies, because Matangi just wants to destroy Maui while Nalo wants to stop Moana from reaching the mysterious island Motufetu. Well, personally I think they're gonna do something different from the first film, because the villains we got from the first film, they were all like bus stops on the way to Te Fiti. Like we started with the Kakamoras and then Tamatoa before we then arrived at Te Fiti. So for this sequel, I think they're gonna do something different and maybe have them walk side by side. Well, that's just me speculating. All that, we'll just have to wait and see how it'll play out. So drop your thoughts down in the comment section down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.